Alan says, I heard you should wait a few days before messaging women because the sooner you message, the more it shows you're excited. Yeah, heaven forbid a woman should fucking think that you're excited to see her. Because I know that I love dating women that are just not excited to see me. That's the thing that just makes me real excited to see them.
Is this
I-
from
I'm
what is this
making
from
a
day game or it's a few days, right? So we have the opposite of thing because we're like, if you don't meet her within 3 days of the number, you won't meet her. Like typically, like as in not
yeah.
like this is like a pattern we spotted like over years is that like you have to kind of strike while the iron's hot.
Yeah.
And if you don't, every day past the third day, like the likelihood of you meeting them goes down. So it's like, do you want her to know you're excited, or do you want to meet her at all? Like, are you okay with coming across like you're excited to meet her? Like, and also telling her a message saying like I'm excited to meet you tends to go down pretty well too, as opposed
I
to
message every single woman before I meet them. Sometimes I will message this a couple of times before we've even had a first date to say, I'm so excited to meet you. I can't wait to meet you. And they go, wow, now I'm excited too. Because what happens when someone tells you that they're excited to meet you? You get excited too. Like, then you're both excited. So, yeah, do the opposite of what you're saying here. You can kind of think of it like, what do you like with
if
women?
after you've sorry, I was gonna say if after you've met and like this, you're in between the first and second date and you're messaging her too much and stuff like that, then yes, I would see that as being like a little bit like like if you I know guys who are like they just over message after they've met them, which is like a little bit I wouldn't do. I wouldn't be
Yeah, but
like
that's like
messaging
the
her like
most
every five
extreme
seconds.
example.
Yeah, but we've
That's
seen a
not
lot of
what
guys
the
who like who
question
like
is.
who like love bomb girls after they meet them and stuff like that, and we're just like, okay, we do need to tame that down a little bit, like
Yeah,
because you've only just met her once. Yeah, something to do with
but
the
that's
sooner you
not
meet
this
them.
question.
What do you mean something to do with sooner you message? I don't understand. Like, as in from like a day game approach? Are we talking from a like if it's day game, you wait till you message them like the next day, or you message them like the evening of? That's what I've always seen that. By the way, that's not just us saying that. That's like every advice I've ever seen from any like PUA. And long do you
You
make them
guys need to
wait?
give a little bit more context, which is like something to do with the sooner you
That's what I've read
message,
that bit. The next one is the one I hadn't read yet.
the longer you make a woman wait, you're building anticipation. You're also just being an annoying fuck.
No, but you're also just like
Like, can I
falling out
just
of
say
her
that?
mind. You're also falling out of her mind. So like
Okay,
a lot of guys, we also find have a success. They've got Instagram, and what they do is they add the girl to their Instagram and they just post loads of like stories or whatever, so that the girl is always seeing them. And like you have to be in her mind to some degree. Do you know what I mean? And if you're like one of the hundred of people she's met or the hundreds of matches she's got on Tinder, and you don't talk to her, she's not even thinking of you. Like that's the
yeah.
way the world works now. Like you are one of like thousands of options she has. Like if you're just not messaging at all, she has no idea. She may as well forget about who you are. Like so, there is like a window you actually have to like strike for. Like you have to actually go after it. Like I feel like you're going to lose a load of girls doing that. Like and like you wouldn't. They would have been a potential to not lose them because you would have messaged them like a little bit sooner. Like at least the day after, just to be like, hey, it was nice meeting you. That's what you have to do for like day game, just to get like a response, and then she's wanting to talk to you.
Yeah. This whole concept of like building anticipation. Do you really want to date someone or sleep with someone that you had to play these fucking games with? That you had to like play psychological tricks with? Because by the way, like doing all this stuff that you're talking about, yeah, like you'll meet some women. There are some women that will like this. I'll be very clear on that. There are some women that, yes, will like that you play games with them because guess what they like to do? They like to play games with you and they will play games with you. And then you will jump on the next live stream and be like, this girl's like playing games with me. And it's like, who started playing games first? I just can't tell if she's into me, and sometimes she is and sometimes she's not because you started playing games with this. But if you don't play any games and you just say, hey, I'm excited to meet you, you seem really cool, I can't wait, it's going to be fun, I like you, and she goes, wow, I like you. You screen in the women that are psychologically healthy, that don't play games, that will be very honest and upfront and tell you that they like you and can't be bothered with drama. And so you can do whatever you want, but play silly games, win silly prizes. We have had this conversation with so many people where they're like, I can't handle how much this girl is fucking me around. And it's like, because you started that. You were the one that did that first. And making someone wait for several days to emotionally or psychologically manipulate them, like literally you're trying to manipulate her opinion of you. Like you will get women that like to psychologically manipulate your opinion of them. Like you're screening for that. So do it if you want to. I can't be bothered. I'd rather just be honest. I reply to answer the actual question of like, how quickly do I reply? I reply the millisecond I get someone's phone number. If I'm not busy, if I'm busy, I'm doing other shit. Fine, but like if someone messages me, I message as soon as I see it. That could
I
be
think he
5 minutes later,
I
an
think he
hour.
said yes. I think he said it was from like day gaming or like approaching. And for me, approaching, it was like I would message them later that evening or like the day
I
after if I
always just
forgot to.
I always used to just message whenever I felt like it. Like that could be an hour
Yeah,
later,
but
could be that
usually it's when you
evening,
got
could
home.
be
Usually when you got home, like that's why I was like when I got home from like doing other approaches, I'd be like, oh, I need to message some of the leads.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
like
yeah,
typically
yeah.
it's
Usually,
usually
yeah,
that
yeah,
hurtful. Yeah.
yeah. Or if I was only going out for a little bit, I would just message like 10 minutes later. Like it would
I'm
depend
I'm
on what I'm
I'm
doing.
sorry. Like if you approach someone and like it's your first time you've ever met and they give you their number and you wait 4 days, I will be astounded if you even remembers who you are.
Yeah,
Like honestly, like legitimately, like the way that is like you would have had to make a massive impression, and like I just don't think the majority of guys like even then like she'll have so many other guys like talking to her on like online apps or whatever, or like the guys she's already seeing or whatever. Like she just doesn't. You won't take up much headspace, even if you were a day game approach. It just isn't. Just the reality.
yeah.
Like the reason we get in, the reason we go in quicker is because we know that like that's we have to like strike while the iron's hot a little bit.
How long are you going to wait before you demand the best of yourself? These guys didn't wait. They joined my coaching program and gave themselves the life that they've been dreaming of. Taylor had a threesome, tons of sex, learned to be honest with his intimate partners, and fully embraced a more peaceful, happy, and loving mindset. Laz more than doubled his income from 25K to 45K a month, as well as having more sex than he could handle, all while fully embracing honesty and authenticity. Corky learned to love himself instead of always beating himself up. Oh, and he had a threesome, sex with 7 women, and started his own business. Want to do what they've done? Join our coaching program, and I and the other coaches will pour our heart and soul into giving you the life that you've dreamed of. No more waiting. Now is the right time. Link in the description below.